Hello, I'm David Chaston with 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz. This is where we get everything you need to know in 90 seconds at 9 o'clock, with news poor data has overwhelmed equity market sentiment today. Wall Street has opened the week after their long holiday weekend decidedly lower. The S&P 500 is down 0.9% so far and falling. European markets had a terrible run overnight, with many key markets down 2%. In contrast, yesterday's Asian sessions brought modest gains. Finally, markets are noticing the weakening data. The mood has been turned by steeper than expected contraction in US factory sector. The widely watched ISM PMI deepened its contraction. The US version of the market PMI wasn't so negative, but is being ignored. In fact, apart from the bad US result, a number of other international PMI surveys out overnight were modestly positive, and these pushed the global summary to its best reading in 7 months. But other poor US data has kept Wall Street worried. US construction spending fell more than expected in October, for example, and barely above the same level a year ago. Thanksgiving holiday retail sales were down more than 6%, and more than the rise in online sales. And not helping was a US administration decision to add tariffs to goods from Brazil and Argentina, accusing them of keeping their currencies low. The China Caixin PMI, which is the private survey, has backed up the small improvement in their official survey reported yesterday, but both are barely expansionary. The same surveys in Japan are reporting a deteriorating situation. And there was a bunch of Australian economic data yesterday, and most of it wasn't very good. Company profits are falling, firms are destocking, productivity fell, and housing building consents fell. And that in addition to 2 contracting PMI reports. Worse, their rural sector is really struggling, especially in the east. Grain and livestock output is expected to plunge as their drought worsens. US Treasury 10-year yield has risen sharply today, now at 1.83% and a 5 basis points gain to start the Wall Street week. Gold is at $1,462 an ounce and down $2 overnight. US oil prices are firmer today at just on $56 a barrel. The Brent benchmark is just on $61 a barrel. Saudi Arabia is pressing OPEC to make output cuts to try and hold the price from falling further. And the Kiwi dollar is noticeably higher today as international traders bid it up when they heard about the New Zealand government stimulus reset. It is now at 65.1 US cents and almost 1 cent higher than this time yesterday. On the cross rates, we're now at 95.4 Australian cents and another half-cent gain overnight. Against the euro, we're quite a lot firmer too, at 58.8 euro cents. That pushes the trade-weighted index up over 70.3 and its highest since July. I'm David Chaston. That was 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz.